We are back to our show, Sunshine. Dear viewers, already see a flash about we call them, please pay attention for your kids, even during the summer season. If you are going to the sea, just pay attention to them where they are going, because this is for your own safety and well-being. Now let's head for second interview segment from France now to another oil sector, so MS sector. So KNPC implements a sustainability concept in all activities. The company realized that its role, it's not only restricted to oil refining and gas processing, but it's extended to include main fields of social, economic, environmental, and even governance. Hence, the company makes major contributions to the society in which works within. It's also ensure the safety and welfare of all employees socially while maintaining the environment. Emil, today is your oil sector.
Well, it is the oil sector, and each and every one of you knows that how much I really respect our, let's say, treasure. The company, KNPC, focuses on sustainability due to its critical impact on human, environment, and economy. For instance, the company started implementing solar energy to power the filling station. To find out more on that great project, we have here a host, but we are not going to produce him to you or give him a little bit of a chance to say hello before we check this report, then get back to you and interrogate our guest.
Clean Fuel Project, Mīnāء Abdullah Refinery and Mīnāء Al-Ahmadi Refinery. Kuwait National Petroleum Company has completed the Clean Fuel Project in Mīnāء Abdullah and Mīnāء Al-Ahmadi on an area of 10 square kilometers. The project is one of the most important cornerstones of the KPC strategy 2030 to develop the oil sector with products that meet international environmental specification and standards. The project involves updating and expanding Mīnāء Abdullah and Mīnāء Al-Ahmadi refineries with the aim of increasing the transformational capacity to meet the needs of the local and international market. The need for the project stemmed from the company's commitment to the preservation of the environment in the field of the oil industry, with strict specifications that meet international standards for petroleum products, Euro 4 and Euro 5, with obligates manufacturers to reduce the product's sulfur content. The Clean Fuel Project is in two parts. The Mīnāء Abdullah Clean Fuel Project. It is divided into two bundles. They were awarded for a total of 2.33 billion Kuwaiti dinar. The project will increase the transformational capacity from 270,000 barrels at present to 464,000 barrels a day. The project focused on updating and adding new treatment and production units to the refinery, mainly the hydrogen production unit, which is one of the largest in the world. It also includes hydrocracker reactors, water boilers, and diesel processing units. The central control room in Mīnāء Abdullah refinery was updated to enable it to control present and new units, expanding the Mīnāء Abdullah laboratory to keep up with the larger volume of the periodic tests of products and new hydrocarbon materials, construction of new 4 mega storage units to store sensitive and chemical materials as well as spare parts. Clean Fuel Project.
Well, what a wonderful establishment. It is great. And we were talking a little bit about the sites. When you just walk by that during night, all those lights are wonderful. Dear viewers, we are glad to have here in the studio of Sunshine Engineer Abdالعزيز اليوسف, CFP, Commissioning Team Leader, MAB Refinery. And good morning, Engineer Abdالعزيز.
Good morning, and thanks for having me. It's always a pleasure to be here.
You're most welcome, and thank you for joining us today. We have three Abdالعزيز triple. We have you and your colleagues Abdالعزيز البدر and me. So the wolf is not coming here at all.
That's true.
That's true. So we call it ما يأكلهم الذئب. So the wolf will not come at all to the studio.
Yeah.
Today we are already representing you in the report about your new project, environmental project, about we called it environmental fuel project. So what is it about? Tell me more.
Clean Fuel Project is it's focusing on increasing the capability and capacity of KNPC refineries. in order to meet the future fuel market demand and Euro 4 fuel specifications. This also aims to integrate the operating capabilities of KNPC refineries with optimal utilizations of the existing infrastructures.
Nice. So too many things included in one topic.
Yes, you
That's
see.
good.
So you just said clean fuel, and we know that there are 3 kinds of fuel nowadays in the fuel, if we say that, if we want to refill our cars. So how does it really is different from any other fuel?
As we mentioned earlier, the clean fuel project is environmentally friendly. So, like for example, Euro 4 right now, it has more stringent to the fuel specifications. They are targeting to reach maximum sulfur content in the fuel. It's 10 ppm.
Okay.
So whatever fuel burned in the car, there'll be no side effect to the environment. And even though you can't smell it.
So you will never smell that aroma that we can when we ever in the past go to visit those fuels.
Yes, that's why we were focusing for in order to supply to Europe, because the earlier products that were produced it only supplied to or shipped to Asia. But nowadays we are a good competitor in the market, international market with Europe as well as the USA.
Well, that is marvel. This is marvelous to get to Europe.
No, so that's a good thing that we are doing something new for off to the universe from our fuel. So now let's talk about technical. You are an engineer, I am an engineer. So we'll talk about engineer, always talking about the stages, about the phases of the project. Tell me more about the stages of the project.
There are several stages in the project, starting with the front end engineering design, and where is the feasible study and design studies are established. Then it will be followed by detailed engineering stage, then the procurement of materials like pipelines, equipment. Then we'll proceed with construction activities by the contractor. After that, we'll enter the stage of pre-commissioning and commissioning activities, where we run the plant and the transition to normal operations occurring.
That's a good thing. So they have, he said, see the phases. We have too many phases. Oil sector are very smart.
Yes, you see, that's what people
they're always
are really
like planning before they do something.
Well, it is, let's say, it is the livelihood of Kuwait. This is the main treasure of Kuwait, the oil sector. And if we want to talk about a little bit not that much, but it's about the sulfur. I know Meenah Abdallah refinery has a sulfur production. Could you talk to us a little bit about that?
Yeah, for sulfur recovery unit, we have, it's mainly for maintaining the environment friendly, because it takes the acid gas which already produced in the process units, the upstream units, and converting to liquid sulfur. So the liquid sulfur can be shipped and transferred for the daily usage. And also for this conversion, you will avoid like burning and sending this acid gas to the flare, so which pollute the environment. So
in the past, when we ever, Abdulaziz, move, we can see those flares there. So I think it is less and less nowadays, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
So I already know about the sulfur unit, but what makes this place is different about the sulfur unit and the capacity?
In Meenaء Abdallah refinery, we have 3 SRU trains. We have commissioned first train last March. Second train has been commissioned also last month. It is in June. Every train, the third train right now, commissioning activity is going on. Every train can produce 450 metric ton per day, and its recovery is 99.9%, recovering the silver. Also, we have changed the type of catalyst. This changes of type of catalyst comparing with the existing refinery. It gives, or it allows us to run the plant with lower temperature. And this will be reflected to cost, in the engineering, in the energy saving manner.
Nice. So a new catalyst for a new project, for a new result. That's a good thing. So I know that every project have difficulties, have also challenges.
Yes, indeed, Abdulaziz. So we are really, and I know that during this pandemic, this 1.5 years, let's say, you have faced a lot of difficulties. So Can you tell us a little bit about them?
Yeah, nowadays for commissioning the SRU, we faced first challenge that the main feed, which has a majority of acid gas, wasn't available from the atmospheric residue desulfurization units, ARDS we call it. But to avoid, or to minimize also flaring activities and damaging the environment, we have revisited what feed is available at that time. And we have also changed our operating philosophy in order to don't wait for the ARDS unit, you can proceed for commissioning the unit. This actually took time from the team, but we did the initiatives and we run the 2 trains right now nowadays without the main suppliers available.
Well, this is great. You see, engineers can do all the work, Abdulaziz.
We can do much if we are together. So the thing is, now we are talking about the project itself, we talk about the challenges, the capacity, the stages. Now we are still in the pandemic era. I know sometimes pandemic have a major impact in the project. So what about the impact already relates to your project of the pandemic, cause of the pandemic?
Actually, still we are suffering from the from the corona pandemic circumstances, starting from last year. As you are aware, airport was closed at that time. The vendor which required for commission activity was not available. Also, the licensor was not available. But in KNPC, we do have a team. They are capable in order to overcome these challenges. They have ambitious. They have willingness to face any difficulties that we have. Always a plan B is available. We utilize also the internet facility in order whoever we can be, dealing with him through the internet, like online support we call it, we get the support. But some companies that are affected and they have closed some divisions which related to commissioning team. But with the team available, we could succeed.
Nice.
Well, they used to be suffering nowadays then because willingness, dedication, and the hard work that is really a real treasure. Is a new technique in implementation about the unit.
The new technique, we have changed the adsorbent material, which allow us, or which has a high affinity of absorbing the H2S, which is damaging the environment and cause pollution, and also causes less pollution pipelines. Also, we have added one compressor to because you have some gases. So this compressor, which has been recently added to the SR unit, it takes back this vent gas, sending it back to the system. So it allows us to increase the efficiency of the unit with less pollution. It can be eliminated also.
See, I have one question in my mind. It's easy. I will telling more because I see already Engineer Abdal'Aziz Badr is here, and you as well, Engineer Abdal'Aziz Al-Yusuf. So too many youth, Kuwaiti youth, have their motivation to come to do something for our beloved country, Kuwait. How would you see the motivation in their eyes? They want to do something. They want to do something for the project, for the country. How do you see their motivation as an engineer?
Their motivations actually, they have high standards of challenges. Like whenever we have received the new engineers, we can see in their eyes how they are willing to prove themselves. In oil sector, as much as you work, as much as you're gonna get.
Nice.
And they have seen that in front of their eyes. So that's why like they gave us responsibility right now. How can we allocate them? And
that's a good thing. So
yes.
everyone is like working something good for the sake of the place. So this is a good thing today. We have a variety of segments today, Amal.
Yes, indeed, Abdulaziz. Thank you very much, Engineer Abdal'Aziz, اليوسف, CFP Commissioning Team Leader, MAB Refinery, for giving us the chance to talk a little bit about the environment and let's say about those new fuels, as well as the engineers who are eager to prove themselves in any situation, not just in the oil sector, in any sector. Thank you very much for being here with us, and thank you for giving us your time. Dear viewers, I think today we had wonderful guests and wonderful topics that we really approached, as well as the vaccination. Please be vaccinated for yourself, for your loved one, as well for traveling. That was Abdulaziz. This is the most important thing, I think, for me.
That's the good thing. Today, I'd like to thank you to be with us today, engineers. So we're speaking to Engineer Abdulaziz اليوسف, CFP Commissioning Team Leader, MAB Refinery, really telling us more about the new project, the environmental fuel project, and even he tell us more about how to give a new result for sulfur. That's for now, dear viewers. We reached the end of our interview today. Hope you enjoy it. See you tomorrow. Have a good time.
Bye-bye.